Welcome to Writers at Work Compo Clinic. My name is Teacher Kristen, and today I'm going to explain to you how to handle the sticky situation of starting a composition. How do I begin? Let's take a look at a certain situation you might have come across. Have you ever been in an examination hall, looked at your composition paper, and realized you have no idea what to write about or even how to make your composition interesting? Well, there is a way that you can do that. First, you want to come to your composition examination prepared. Let your characters be the ones to make your composition interesting. Come prepared with two main characters or more that you can use repeatedly throughout your composition. You may use these characters in any or all compositions that you write. The more you use them, the more you know them. The more you know them, the more you'll be able to predict or guess how your characters might behave in any given composition question. Let's take a look at two main characters that I've helped to create. Their names are Gary Tan and Austin Lim. Here they're aged 12, but my suggestion is to change them to whatever age you happen to be. When they are your age, it's a lot easier for you to guess what the characters might do because they're both kids, and so are you. Each of these characters will have certain traits or parts of their personality that will show throughout different compositions. Here, I'm going to make them opposites of each other, but they can still be friends, or brothers, or even girls if your composition needs you to write about girls. Gary is a very good kid, and since I'm making opposites, Austin is going to be a little bit mischievous. Gary is the kid who really loves animals, while Austin is a little more neutral about animals. He doesn't hate them, but he doesn't go out of his way to pet a cat. Gary is studious and diligent, but Austin is a little bit of the opposite. He happens to be sporty and athletic. He really enjoys sports of all kinds. However, you don't want to make the characters all good things. Everybody is made of good qualities and not so good qualities. Gary is a little timid. Austin is very foolhardy, where Gary would not push himself forward and argue with someone, Austin definitely would. Gary also has a very interesting streak of bad luck. Whatever good intentions Gary may have, something unlucky usually happens to him, even though he has the right intentions at heart. Austin, though, since he's so mischievous, it's good to give him exactly what he deserves. Austin is a really good character to use when you're trying to show a character learning from what happens in the story. A story with a moral. Gary, on the other hand, can definitely learn from any story that he is in, but he isn't really the sort to fight or put himself forward. Let's take a look at an example of using these two characters for a composition. Say you have received this composition. Write 150 words about Tree Planting Day. This is a nature composition, so I can use two of my characters. I'll use Gary and I'll use Austin. Since each of these characters has their own personality, they're going to behave in different ways. Gary loves animals and nature. He would be much more excited to attend a tree planting ceremony. But Austin, he is not that keen on nature. Perhaps Gary dragged him down to join the activity. Whatever the case, he is less excited, maybe a little bored at the tree planting day. Now, since Gary has a bit of bad luck, I'm going to torture him. I'm going to have a bee fly into his shirt. Oh, that's horrifying. I don't know about you. Now, seeing this, I can guess Austin's reaction. He's really mischievous. He might begin laughing at Gary. He might not even help him because he's too busy going ha 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 ha. On the other hand, Gary is timid. He might freeze in fright. And then, to make matters worse, I'm going to put another bee into his pocket. What happens from there? Well, that's up to you. Does Austin proceed to help out or does Austin not? Whatever the case, this is one way that you can start your composition in any composition exam. Come prepared with two main characters. This is Teacher Kristen, and I hope you've learned something from Writers at Work Compo Clinic. Till next time, bye!